family. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm so pleased to be a contributor here on African Diaspora News Channel. Please, as you come in, make sure that you come in liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you so very much. Family, we have another story of one of these dangerous Karens and Beckys and Gretchens of the world. This time, this is a medical one. Now, this one is a bit more brazen than normal, but I need to express to you the importance of this. But first, I want you to watch this pro-Trump nurse flash a unique symbol or signal on TikTok. Watch this. Right. Did you see that? Now, Karen has been out there executing and manifesting her polite racism. She's been manifesting her polite racism at Target, at other grocery stores, Kroger and stuff, yelling and badgering and assaulting black folk for exercising, barging in on them, enjoying themselves, barbecuing and stuff, harassing them at colleges and universities and stuff while they're studying. The list goes on and on, right? But in this instance, this pro-Trump nurse flashes a white power okay hand signal in a TikTok video while she's dressed in her nurse's uniform and protective gear. Now listen to what the Daily Dot says here in this piece that was written by Karen Spearman. It says a pro-Trump nurse had the time to pull out her phone on the job. Y'all think about this. A pro-Trump nurse had the time to pull out her phone on the job and flash the okay hand symbol in a viral TikTok signaling solidarity with white supremacists. Did y'all hear that? You saw the video. Watch this. This particular TikTok was posted by Vicki at Farmer's Nurse, and it earned thousands and thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of views and likes, right? After the fact it was reported, she made her account private during the writing of this article, but not before other prominent social media accounts reposted the video, right? In one of the pictures that's reflected in the piece, it shows her, y'all, wearing a Trump 2020 hat in her TikTok profile, y'all. Now, this is the question, family. It says here, given Key's apparent sympathizing with white nationalism, people wondered how she treated non-white patients and especially pressing concern amid the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Just this week, it talks about how Dr. Susan Moore, a black physician, which you all have heard about her story, died of coronavirus complications after alleging mistreatment from hospital staff in a Facebook post. Now, this white woman, this white nurse, is so unhinged. She cannot, on the job, keep her white supremacy secret. I want you guys to understand the seriousness of the times, because they're coming out with guns blazing, family. They can't keep it in no more. I have taught you and I've told you repeatedly, the scriptures talks about in the book of Revelation that they're styled as, it says that the devil knows that his time is short, so he's come to earth to make havoc. You know that Dr. Francis Cress Welsing talked about that people that classify themselves as white, they're concerned for genetic annihilation, the fear of genetic annihilation, which means that they're concerned about how long they're going to be on our planet. Now, based on scholars, scientists, demographers, statisticians, they're showing that white folks, we're going to be outnumbering them here pretty soon in America. Of course, the darker peoples of the world outnumber them 11-1 if the numbers haven't changed somewhat since many, many years ago, knowing that. But the point is, as you heard Joe Biden say in those leaked tapes, do you remember what Joe Biden said to those so-called black legacy civil rights leaders, which we don't call them true leaders? They're sellouts and they're not truly about black liberation. These are just black folks that that's excited about being around white folk. Those are your bones and biscuits and bootlegs that believes that the come up is when they can take a picture with a prominent white person and when they have nearness to whiteness. They call that success. That ain't got nothing to do with the black collective as a whole. But Joe Biden said in that leaked tape to those, fake civil rights leaders that he met with, Al Sharpton and Urban League and some of the NAACP people. Remember, remember Joe Biden was yelling at them, condescending, talking crazy to them, and telling them how Hispanic folk are going to outnumber us soon and how we going to have to work with them. But before he said that, remember, he said in the leaked audio, expressed his concern that it's getting ready to be pretty soon European minority. And he actually used the phrase, listen to the audio rather. He actually said, we're doomed. No, we ain't doomed. That's y'all that's worried about genetic annihilation. And that's the reason why y'all causing all of this havoc and craziness. That's the reason why 70 some odd million folks voted for Donald Trump, notwithstanding the fact that he's an open white supremacist, stands with white nationalists, is the son of a Klansman, literally has a whole history of racism and is a terrible businessman. They act like he's a Christian. They act like they support him because he's pro-life, but he done had nearly a dozen women that he done knocked up, nearly a dozen that he's got abortions for. You heard him on the audio video tape talking about how he sexually assaults women. So we can take the word for the other ones that says that the credible allegations that have been lodged against him, including his first wife, by the way, who said in a legal deposition under oath that our own husband Donald Trump raped her. Just FYI, they didn't care about none of that family because they knew that he was going to keep white supremacy going strong. In other words, even if their numbers are diminishing by themselves on their own without black folks doing nothing to it, they still want to retain power like they do in South Africa to my South African brothers and sisters. Majority of South Africa is black folk, but a minority of white folks still run it. The reason they're trying to maintain the White House, the Congress, the Supreme Court, still running economics in Wall Street and other places. The reason why they're maintaining, trying to hold on for dear life those positions is because even if we outnumber them, they still want to maintain control in the high places, in places of power and places of influence. They are openly, they can't even keep the racism in. They can't keep it a secret no more on the job. I'm saying they're not even trying to mask it. She was so in the moment. She wanted us to know where her allegiance was, family. And you've got to wonder what other little shady stuff she's been doing to the black patients that she's certainly had to see after over the years. They're coming all out, family, and they're not hiding it. And so now that you know this, as the great Dr. Maya Angelou taught us, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. The question is, are you going to keep playing like this is your brothers and sisters in Christ? Like some of y'all like to say. Or are you going to recognize these individuals for who they are and the existential threat that they represent to you and black society? Are you going to keep trying to integrate, level up, get a job with, get an office with? Somebody talk black to me. But these individuals, are you going to start nation building and becoming a nation within a nation amongst your own people? Just like you can't go to any major city without there being a Chinatown, Vietnamese, Jewish towns, and these kinds of things. This is what I'm saying, how we can begin to operate as well as and as much as possible doing business with those that we can with the black diaspora. That's the question. And notice that this particular Karen, she ain't even trying to mask it or try to be polite with hers. And y'all know what I mean when I say polite. There's no such thing technically as polite racism. But I'm saying that's how they try to make it come off. She just all out threw up the symbol. They're letting you know what they're up to. The question is, are black folk going to wake up and smell the begonias and start to nation build among ourselves and take these signals and signs seriously so that we're able to survive and we do what's necessary now for us? Somebody talk black to me. So thank you so much for tuning in to today's war briefing and this tragic story, true story. But don't forget, white supremacy doesn't just thrive with the white male. It thrives and it's maintained by and through the assistance of the white supremacist female. Don't ever forget that. So make sure that you like, share, family, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Be sure to subscribe to my personal YouTube channel at VickiDillard.tv. That's VickiDillard.tv. I'm still conducting my amazing weekly mastermind courses every week on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. I conduct a mastermind course, a spiritual metaphysical mastermind course. I drop a spiritual principle, I elaborate on it, and then you have exclusive direct access to me there where you can ask questions. I'm telling you, we're still doing a special, I think, for $1 for the first 30 days. After that, it's just a very reasonable fee. Lives have been changed. Untold testimonies. Join today, clubvicki.com. That's clubvicki.com. You can spell my name Vicki, clubvicki.com. The link should be in the chat or posted somewhere near. Thank you so much for tuning in.